Oregon Music News here at the greenhouse, sitting on the porch with Randy, Matt, and Cameron from Radiation City. And they just came back from their first nationwide tour this week. You guys want to tell me a little bit how it went?
Yeah, it was really fun, if fraught with natural disasters every step of the way. It started with lightning storms in the Midwest, which reoccurred in the Southwest. Then we had the earthquake in New York City. Had Hurricane Irene as we moved down the East Coast. Got to New Orleans just in time for Hurricane Lee to come in. We're getting chased around Austin by wildfires. Massive blackouts in Arizona and San Diego. More wildfires in Northern California. And just to add insult to injury, I personally got food poisoning the very last night of tour.
Alright, so besides natural disasters, how were the gigs?
From a first national tour standpoint, I think the gigs were incredible.
Yeah, there were there were some weird gigs, but I think the really amazing gigs completely made up for it. For instance, we were fortunate enough to be able to open for Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the Troubadour in LA. It was a sold-out show, and that was incredible. It's a huge, amazing, historically significant venue, and so it was a very cool experience. We played a great show in San Francisco, bottom of the hill, with some really amazing bands.
The New York shows were incredible. So much fun. New York was a big success. We had multiple interviews. We were on New York One television. We did a rooftop acoustic show in Manhattan. New York was fun.
So now you're back, and you got the re-release of your album at the Doug Fir this weekend. And you originally put it out on your own Apes tapes, but now you have Tender Loving Empire backing you. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means to you guys in the re-release of the album?
It's like having an extended family that's rooting for you. So yeah, there's just a lot more energy behind it, and hopefully it'll come across in the show that a lot more people are rooting for us.
Yeah, totally. When we were sort of first establishing our relationship with Tender Loving Empire, they asked us to play their birthday party, and we weren't even really signed to the label, but it was kind of this nice gesture, that showed kind of how community oriented they are, and that's something we responded to really well, because with Apes tapes, that's something that's really important to us. We as a label, we try to reach out to as many bands that are not directly affiliated with or putting out music on the label as we possibly can. Try to help bands get shows or team up with bands, or have them on our comp, even if they're not necessarily on the label. And so I don't know, that kind of ethic was really important to us. And
Tender Loving Empire has been a really friendly and cordial label for us. Being that they're our friends, it's just easy to communicate with them and work with them. I actually met somebody today who had heard of us through Tender Loving Empire.
Well, I guess there was one example of this. We were in the store, and there was this old couple in there, and our album happened to be playing on the over there, the speakers in the store, and they were asking, "Who is this? This is really great," and we were standing right there. So it's kind of this surreal little experience.
So tell me what the title of the album means, The Hands That Take You.
It's sort of an abstract thing, or a hard thing to explain, I guess. It's this weird phenomenon that Lizzie and I both share, where we have the same sort of euphoric response to watching people work with their hands. It's like every time I've tried to explain it to somebody else besides Lizzie, they've thought I was a freak. But yeah, I mean that's kind of it. Like, for instance, we'll be at the bank, and the bank teller will be doing typing on the keyboard, and we both get, like, just watching their hands, we get just sort of like a euphoric feeling in our heads. It's bizarre. So we were gonna originally call the album "The Hands That Make You Sleepy," but we didn't want to imply that the album was gonna make you sleepy, so we kind of modified it.
What successes have you had with it so far?
Just having a lot of people from random parts of the world and country buy it online, purchase the vinyl or the tape. We've had people in Paris and London and Madrid, Spain, buy the album, which is really cool. We've had a lot of press pick it up, kind of either just from on their own or...
MTV Hive is streaming Park right now. Paste is doing like an album stream, like preview of the album. I think Matt mentioned we were on like New York One and Balcony TV in New York City.
You're heading back out on the road pretty soon here again. What's your plan?
We're gonna go back out for CMJ, back out to New York, kind of hit stops on the way out and on the way back.
It's actually it's not a long tour, but it's quite a busy tour. We have just a couple of days off the whole time.
Yeah, if any.
Yeah, I don't think we have any days off, and I think 2 of the days in New York we're playing 2 shows, so it's like 24 shows in 21 days or something like that. Busy trip.
Yeah. And Cameron, tell me a little bit about Ape Tapes, what Apes Tapes is, and what's going on with them.
Because Lizzie and I are a huge part of running Apes Tapes, not as much stuff has been happening lately. We kind of put off putting out any releases. We were also kind of waiting for a few bands to finish their records, so it's kind of conveniently timed. But we're going to start things back up on November 17th with a big 1-year anniversary party. But to answer your question, Apes Tapes, we kind of started the label just to put out music cheaply, so we do tape releases exclusively. We would love to be able to do vinyl, but we don't really have the money for it. Everything we put out on tape has a digital download to make it more accessible. And yeah, we have a lot of really awesome artists who are doing really great things locally, and hopefully soon we'll be doing great things nationally, like On You and You, Adventures with Might, Leviticus Appleton, and Rico All the Time is going to put out a tape pretty soon. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. But yeah, that's
cool. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have fun at your gig this week, and good luck as you head back out on the road.
thanks a lot.